Hi everybody, happy Friday. Today is July the 3rd and we are finishing up our book. So chapter 13 is called Choices. I drop my branches and run. Slide run is more like it. It's harder to run on snow than you'd think. I wish I was wearing Jonah's soccer cleats. Wait girls, the Snow Queen calls after us. You can join the others as my special friends. Jonah, come. I yell as I run, but he doesn't follow me. I race down the stairs behind Sharon. Sharon gets to the main floor and heads straight out the igloo castle. But I can't leave without Jonah. Maybe I should try and figure out another way to the roof, grab him and Prince, and start knocking on things to find the portal home. I could wait to try fixing my brother and Prince back in Smithville, but how do I get back on the roof without being chased off? And anyways, what about the others? I can't leave Kai there and Gerda. Where do you think you two are going, huh? Big sister and little robber girl, the Snow Queen calls out from the top of the stairs. Jonah, Kai, and Gerda are standing behind her like a Fromby army. Sharon turns around. You know who I am? I duck behind an ice column hidden from the Snow Queen's view. I can still see Jonah, though. Of course I do, the Snow Queen says. You and your band tried to steal my sled once. I make a very small air guitar pose for my brother's sake, hoping for a reaction. There's no reaction, just more Fromby eyes. I did, Sharon says. I didn't know it was yours, I swear. And then she adds, it was a really nice sleigh. You won't be stealing anything anymore, the Snow Queen whispers before puckering up her lips. Mwah! White steam shoots toward Sharon's face. When it lands on Sharon, the light goes out of her eyes. Cream cheese, she says in a flat voice. Cream cheese. Now where did Big Sister go? Come out, wherever you are, the Snow Queen says in a sing-along voice. I don't move. I can't let her see me. I can't get caught. I can't. I'm the only one left. If she turns me into a Fromby, then there's no one that will be able to save us. We will be stuck here forever. If you don't come out, I'll blow your friends more and more kisses, she says, and then they won't be able to move at all, like your dog. I shiver. I also remember what Ralph said. What if she gives us enough kisses to kill us? Come out now, and I'll just blow you a little kiss like your brother and your friends. They love it here. I knew they would. I went to pick them up myself at the robber house. They were just standing outside. I blew them a kiss and brought them to their new home. Oh, so that's what happened. That's why they left. The Snow Queen put a spell on them and forced them into her sleigh. Don't you want to be happy, she asked. Then I hear, she's blowing kisses around the room. If they hit someone else by accident, it will make everything so much worse. She doesn't see me yet. The kisses are going everywhere, making snow turn to ice and ice to shatter. I look back up at the mosaic mirror. Is there any chance the mirror is my portal home? Sometimes the portal is the mirror. It doesn't have to be, but it could be. If there's any chance it is, I could go back to the mirror and get help. I'll get my parents and we'll come back and save everybody. I step up, knock on the mirror once. It starts to hiss. It is the portal. I knock again and immediately it turns purple. Look at you, playing with fire, the Snow Queen says. That mirror did that to me. That's the mirror. Sorry. That's the mirror that did this to me, you know. I pause. It did? A troll tricked me. He knew I was lonely since my mother died and my father was cruel and I had no siblings. He was standing at the top of an evergreen tree and asked me if I wanted to be the Snow Queen and have everybody be nice to me. I said, yes, of course. Of course I said yes. I was only 10. What 10-year-old doesn't want to be a queen and have everybody be nice to her? He said, then here's your crown. And he threw the mirror down on me, and he laughed as it shattered into glass pieces all over my head. My hair turned silver, and that's how I had the power to freeze people. I quickly realized that everybody was scared of me, and no one wanted to be nice to me. I had to make them be my friend, and next time I saw a troll, he got what he deserved. What happened to him? I asked. Let's just say I gave him one too many kisses. I shiver. Can you go back to being normal? She laughs a sad laugh. No, I've tried. Besides, I don't want to change back anymore. I'm powerful. Look what I got. A nice group of builders to make me this amazing castle. Got? I asked. Do you mean you put them under a spell? Exactly, she says. Usually I just let the people go after they cook and clean and build for me. But last year I thought, why not keep one? I've always wanted a little brother. So I took my sled out and found one, Kai. And then you and your brother came to me, and I thought, why not grab 2 more? So I took my sled to get you. I found your brother and Gerda instead. Now look at the wonderful life. I have so many friends. Friends, I look over at the Frombies. They're not your friends. Then I glance back at the mirror. What do? Do I knock a 3rd time and jump through? Can I really leave my brother? And Gerda and Sharon and Kai? No, I can't. If they're staying, I'm staying. We'll all be Frombies together, unless I can somehow convince the Snow Queen to let us go. They're not your friends, I repeat. You're forcing them to hang out with you. Who cares, she says, while she tosses her silvery hair. I can make people do whatever I want. I can force them to stay with me. But that's not what friends are. That's not what friends are for. Friends want to be with you. The mirror is no longer purple. The portal timed out. Now it's just a mosaic mirror. If I want to turn it into a portal, I have to start all over. The Snow Queen cocks her head to the side. Is it true that they aren't my equals? I have always wondered what it would be like to have a true equal. She eyes me up and down. Maybe that could be you. Me? Huh? Yes, you. That mirror, it gave me the power, and it can give you the power too. What power? She stomps her foot against the snowy ground. The power to have all this, to have whatever you want, to be able to freeze people into being your friend. So the mosaic mirror has two powers. It's a portal, and it gives people freezing magic. This is one extra special magic mirror. My kiss is my only power, the Snow Queen is saying, but it's an amazing one. Don't you want it? I stare at her. I can't help to think about Robin and Frankie. And what was that kind of what I did yesterday? Tried to force people to do what I want. Tried to basically force Robin to be my friend. I can see you want to do it, the Snow Queen tells me. Do you want it? Smash the mirror on your head. Become like me. We'll be Snow Queens together. Wow, I did not see this coming. I wish we could. Freeze time for a minute so I could think everything through. Of course, part of me is intrigued by the idea of having the Snow Queen power. Of course. How awesome would it be if I could just blow kisses at people and force them to be my friend? Robin would apologize, Frankie would be my friend forever, and even Penny would want to hang out with me. Not that I want her to. But a much bigger part of me thinks that the Snow Queen is totally insane. Does she really think that I'm going to smash a mirror over my head? First of all, that would hurt a lot, and I would most likely get a concussion. And second of all, breaking a mirror is 7 years of bad luck. And I can use all the good luck I can get. Come on, she purrs. You know you want to. I really don't, I say. I'm actually not great in the cold weather. I sleep in 2 pairs of fuzzy socks, and I prefer to make friends the regular way. Forget it then, she huffs, and she pulls her fur cape around her. I don't need you anyways. Mwah. Oh no, my head is starting to tingle, my eyes burn. I suddenly have the urge to build a snowman and yell out, hot chocolate and best friends. One more for you, I hear the Snow Queen say as through a fog. I offered you a gift and you said no. Silly girl. She lets out a big kiss. My skin starts to tingle. Everything gets cold. My legs, my hands, my face. I lift my hands to block it, but it's too late. Now my hands are stuck in front of my face. I can't move. I can't move anything. I'm completely 100% frozen. Chapter 15 is called I Would Like to Move My Hands, Please. I warned you I was going to do that, the Snow Queen says, wagging her index finger. Tisk tisk, you're not a very good listener. I'm an icicle. No, I'm an Abby icicle. I can't move at all. Not only do I not have powers, now I am truly powerless. The only good news is that I'm still alive. Also, I don't feel cold anymore, but I do feel numb, like when your legs fall asleep before the pins and needles kick in. I can see my hands. They're both open. They look like my regular hands, only covered in a thin layer of frost. Move, hands, move. I push, but they don't budge. It's freaky. It's scary. Poor Prince. He's been like this for over a day. You should have joined me, the Snow Queen says. There's nothing you can do to save yourself now. No one will help you. No one cares about you. I care about her, I hear. Huh? Who's that? Everyone says. Everyone here is a Fromby. I would turn around to see, but if I wasn't frozen at all. Ding, ding, ding. Is it Ralph's bell? Is it Ralph? It's Ralph. He's back. Do I know you? The Snow Queen says. Ding, ding, ding. Ralph is standing in front of me now. I can see them both without moving my hand. No, Ralph says, but I do know you. I remember hearing about you many, many years ago. I remember how you chose a power over your friends and family when you were young. I remember how everyone was scared of you and ran away. They did run away, she huffs, and then she turns back on both of us. They left me. They were afraid of you. And how come you're not? I am, Ralph says. But I was halfway home to my family when I decided I couldn't let these kids fend for themselves. We are J-A-R-G. J-A-R-G. My heart melts. The rest of me, unfortunately, does not. So you came back to try and save them, the Snow Queen says, and risk your life? I did. Ralph looks at me right in the eye. I should have never left to begin with. Abby risked her life for me. Gerda risked her life to save Kai. And Jonah and Abby even risked their lives to save the dog. A dog. Such a punny animal. I rolled my eyes, and they're the only body part left that can move. No one has ever risked their life to save me, the Snow Queen murmurs. You have to earn that, Ralph says. Earn what? The Snow Queen asks. Loyalty, friendship. You can't force people into it. The Snow Queen turns and looks at Ralph. But how? How could I possibly earn that? Well, you could start by unfreezing everyone. Why would I do that? She asks. Her voice is chilly. Then no one would stay here with me, and I'd be all alone. That's the point. Ralph says. You have to give them the choice to stay with you. But if you, by their own free will. She shakes her head. They won't stay. I know. If I release them, they'll all leave. Would you stay? Me? No, I haven't seen my family in years. I might visit, though. The Snow Queen is right. I think Kai and Gerda have to get back to their families, and Jonah and I need to get home. ASAP. But Sharon loves this place. She thought it was cool, didn't she? Sharon might stay. Wait, maybe that's it. Ralph, tell the Snow Queen that Sharon might stay. He has to give her hope, and and it's not even false hope. Sharon really might. She has nowhere else to go, but I can't move my lips. How do I tell Ralph? Oh. I wait until Ralph catches my eye, and then I do it. 2 long blinks and 1 short. And then I do it again to make sure he saw. At first, Ralph looks confused. Danger? Yeah, I know we're in danger. No kidding me. Who are you talking to? The Snow Queen asks him. I do the rose code again. Ralph's eyes light up. Sharon, he yells. Sharon will stay. Sharon has nowhere to live. Sharon would stay willingly. At least, I think she would. But we'll never know until you release her. Unless you release them all. He gives me a wink. I wink back. I did it. We did it. Yay, reverse code. The Snow Queen looks back and forth at me and Ralph and narrows her eyes. How do I know you're not lying to get me to do what you want? You don't, Ralph replies, but you have to trust me, and I think I'm a pretty trustworthy reader. I came back to check on my friends, didn't I? I'm risking my life talking to you. Never mind that I'm sliding all around on your slippery floors. You don't want to know what happens when a reindeer with a broken leg. It ain't pretty. The Snow Queen looks at Ralph and then back at me again. She takes a deep breath. Uh-oh. Is she gearing up for a huge kiss that will knock Ralph off his feet? Is she going to blow me a kiss again? Is this the end? But instead of blowing out, the Snow Queen starts sucking in and in. I don't know where all the air is going, but she's not blowing up like a balloon. But she keeps inhaling. The cold breeze goes through me as she does it. I watch kind Jonah and Gerda. Their expressions are changing, almost like if they're thawing. Gerda stretches her arms above her head. Kai rubs his eyes. Sharon wrinkles and unwrinkles her nose. Jonah blinks and then blinks again. He shakes his shoulders as if he's shrugging something off. Abby, Jonah shrieks. He runs over and throws his arm around me. That was so awful. I saw you, but I couldn't talk to you, and I couldn't do anything that I wanted to do. I want to respond, but since I was still frozen more than he was, it's taking me a lot longer to defrost. Finally, my arms start to tingle and I can feel them again. Slowly, I wrap them around Jonah. I can't talk yet, but our hug is saying everything how our words can't. Gerda, Kai says, is that you? You came to get me? Of course I did, she says. She runs to Kai and gives him a tight hug. You're my best friend. I think she loves you, Sharon is singing, and she starts to laugh. I think you love each other, and you're going to get married. We're only 12, they both yell, but they're both blushing. Who knows? Maybe one day they will. My lips start to tingle, and I can finally move them. I'm so glad you're okay, I tell Jonah. I was worried when I didn't see you outside their Albert's house. The Snow Queen picked us up in her sled. All I remember is hiding, and then felt a kiss of cold air. And then I was getting into her sled, and we were coming here. And I kept thinking about ketchup and Cheetos. All I could think about were bagels and cream cheese, says Sharon, licking her lips. I love cream cheese. Snow is a lot like cream cheese, don't you think? Great mustache, by the way, Jonah says. I rip it off and hand it to him. It's all yours. He cheers and sticks it in his nose. Ruff, 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 ruff. I hear from the roof. Prince is okay. Hooray. Prince, I yell. We're down here. He comes bounding down the stairs and leaps on to my brother. He licks Jonah's face, and then he bounces over to me, and he does the same. Never has a dog's kiss felt so good. So warm, sorry. Who's a good boy, I ask. Who's a good boy? Princess, we did it, Jonah says. Then he looks confused. How did we do it? Abby and I did it, Ralph says. The Snow Queen is sitting by herself in the corner. She's extra pale, and her eyes are wide and teary. Is it possible? Or maybe she's just cold and exhausted. She did inhale a lot of iciness. Are you okay, I ask her. I don't know, she says. Her voice is shaky. I've never defrosted so many people at once before. I don't feel so great, but I'm sure you guys want to get out of here. Go ahead. I won't stop you, she sighs. We're not going to just leave you after you saved us, Gerda says, her hands on her hips. What kind of people do you think we are? No, we're J-A-R-G, Jonah says. No, we're J-A-R-G-S-K-S-Q, Ralph says. Is your real name Snow Queen? No, she says, it's no Nicolette. Jargskn, we yell. Prince barks. Jargsknp, I say. We could really use some friends whose names start with vowels. 10 minutes, and a few blankets later, we are completely defrosted. The Snow Queen, Nicolette, has regained some of her color and doesn't look so deflated. Thank you, she says. I feel much better. You guys can go now. I understand. Relieved, I grab Prince, put my arm around Jonah, Gerda links Kai, and Ralph whinnies happily. Go, I have to say, Sharon first frowning. Are you kicking me out? Nicolette shrugs. Don't you want to go home? What home? Can't I stay a little while longer? She asks. What home? Can I stay a little while longer? She asks. I'll be ready. I'll be really helpful. I can cook and steal. Nicolette looks confused. I don't need you to steal, but you can stay as long as you want. Nicolette adds happily, and Sharon smiles. I'm suddenly glad for her. She doesn't have to go back to the robbers. See, Ralph said, told you she'd stay. And he winks at me again, and I laugh. How many rooms do you have? Sharon asks, looking. Do you have space for me? There are 10 bedrooms, Nicolette explains. I've always wanted people to come stay, but no one ever does. Oh, I'm staying. And I bet we could get other people to come too. We could rent out the rooms. How fun would that be? So much fun, Nicolette says. They grin at each other. I knew it. The two of them will get along like a house on fire. Well, not actually on fire. You know, it's an expression. I grin too. I noticed Gerda, Jonah, Kai, and Ralph also looked pleased. The Snow Queen really was just lonely all this time. Do you play any instruments? Sharon asked Nicolette. No, Nicolette says. Why? The robbers I lived with were dying to start a guitar band. Every morning they practiced, and they were horrible. They gave me the worst headaches. Jonah's eye light up. The band of robbers really was a band. Sharon nods. I want to be band. Ha! Jonah strikes his guitar pose. Did you hear that, Abby? The band was a band. The band was a band. Amazing. I can't help but laugh. And I guess I'm not always right. Usually. But not always. I think about Robin, and my cheeks heat up. I guess I was pretty bossy to her. Kai and I should go, Gerda says. My grandmother must be missing us. It's going to take us at least a few days until we're back. I can fly you, Ralph says. It won't take me more than a couple hours. We have to get home too, I tell Jonah. Do you still have your watch? Of course I still have my watch. He lifts up his arm proudly to show I'm proud of him, too. Maybe he's not so irresponsible after all. It's only 5:30 a.m. at our house, he adds, so we have some time. But I could use a nap before school, and we still have to figure out how to get back. I look up at the mosaic mirror. I have an idea. Nicolette smiles sheepishly. Sorry that I told you to break it. I'm glad you didn't. It's fun, but not worth it. What's fun? Sharon asks. What's not worth it? If you choose to break the mirror overhead, you get Snow Queen flowers, I explain. Willingly, right? You have to choose to do it. Nicolette nods. Shannon's eyes widen. Really? Nicolette nods again. Shannon jumps up and down on her spot. I want to do that. That would be fun. Would that turn my hair silver? Nicolette nods. Yes. But you're better off without the power. And anyways, you don't want people to be scared of you. I love scaring people. She really does, Ralph agrees. Sharon, don't take the powers if you can only hurt people with them, I say. Then she'd be just like the Snow Queen. But don't you see, Sharon says with her eyes wide and shining, there are tons of good stuff I could do with freezing powers. I could freeze wolves before they attack people, and I could help injured people feel better. I could numb their injuries, and I could help them think about things they love. There are lots of things I could do. Helpful things I could do. I feel a wave of warmth. You're absolutely right. She is absolutely right, Nicolette says, and she hangs her head. I'm ashamed for not doing all those nice things with my powers. Well, we can start together now, Sharon tells Nicolette, and she heads for the mirror. Here I go. Wait, I say, do you mind if we use it first to get back home? It turned purple and swirled before us, so I'm pretty sure it doubles as a portal, and then you guys can have a simple mirror-breaking party. Sharon pouts. Fine. Jonah and I start to say our goodbyes to everybody. We didn't get a chance to talk, I say to Kai, but you have a great friend over there. I know, he says, putting her arms around Gerda. She's the best. Jargsknp forever. Gerda and I hug next. I wish you lived in the Republic of Blizzard, she says. I wish that you lived in Smithville, I say. We would be best of friends, we say at the same time. I thought I was your best friend, Kai says. Don't be silly, Gerda tells him. I can have more than one. Of course you can, I say, and suddenly I feel kind of silly about the whole Robin thing, because of course people can have more than one best friend. After all, up until recently, Robin and Frankie were my two best friends. Maybe it wasn't fair of me to say that Robin had to choose between us and Penny. Next, I hug Sharon, Ralph, and even Nicolette. Don't worry, I won't kiss you, she says, and pats me on the head. I stand in front of the mirror, holding Prince under my one arm. I take Jonah's hand. My brother knocks once, twice, 3 times. The mirror starts to swirl, and we step inside. Chapter 15 is called Back to the Warmth. We step onto the basement floor. I let Prince go, and he rolls onto his back. We did it, Jonah says. We did it. I let out a breath. And it's only 5:30 in the morning. We have over an hour of sleep left. Let's get some shut-eye. We're heading up the basement stairs when I hear a creak, and then the basement door opens. Jonah? Abby? Get upstairs this minute, yells my dad. My stomach plummets. Crumbs. My dad is up, which means Mom is up too. They know we were in the basement. They know we broke our promise. Jonah squeezes my arm. Uh-oh, he says. Now, Mom adds. I slowly climb up the rest of the stairs. I turn back and glare at Prince. This is your fault, I say. He hangs his head. He totally knows it. My parents were standing in the kitchen glowering. Again, my dad yells, You did this again? Why? We were worried sick, my mom barks. I'm sorry, I say. Me too, Jonah. Prince whimpers. Where were you, Mom? My mom adds, crossing arms. Are you wearing Halloween costumes? Why do you have on a white face paint, Abby? One boot. Whose boot is that? Jonah. There's snow all over you. Were you outside? It's not even snowing. Is that a mustache? I'm about to lie and say we were playing in the basement, but no, I'm not lying anymore. I'm just not. I don't care if the fairy in Snow White told me not to. What do I owe her? Nothing. Why am I listening to her? Anyways, she's just a random person in a random fairy tale who told me to lie to my parents. You're never supposed to listen to someone who tells you to lie to your parents. Everyone knows that. People who tell you to lie to your parents are always the ones who are up to no good. And anyways, Mary Rose never told me to lie. She never said anything about who I should tell and who I shouldn't. I take a big Snow Queen breath and force myself. Mom and Dad, we need to tell you the truth. Jonah's eyes widen. I nod. We have to tell them. I know we'll probably have to give up going on adventures, but we don't have a choice. Really? Jonah asks. Really? I clear my throat. We have a magic mirror in the basement. My dad blinks. Excuse me? I square my shoulders. We have a magic mirror in the basement. When you knock on it 3 times, it takes you into a fairy tale. My mother rolls her eyes. Come on, guys. Jonah jumps on her toes. We're serious. She's not kidding. We didn't know it was magic at first, I say. Jonah accidentally bumped into it, and Mary Rose pulled us through. Who's Mary Rose? Dad asks, furrowing his brow. She's the fairy that lives in the mirror, Jonah explains. Right, I add. And at first we went to the story of Snow White, and then Cinderella, and then Little Mermaid. Jonah jumps on his toes. I keep waiting for to go into Jack and the Beanstalk, but so far, enough, my mother shouts. We don't like being lied to. We're not lying, I say. We always assumed if we told our parents that they would believe us. I never considered the possibility that they might not. We can show you, Jonah pipes up. Oh yeah, my dad asks. Okay then, show us. We'll probably need to wait until midnight though, I explain. Oh no, my mom says with a high laugh. I'd like to see it right now. They're mocking us. They don't think it's for real, but you don't understand, I tell them. It slurps people up. Then it will slurp us up, my dad says. I don't think they believe us, Jonah says to me. I shrug. They're about to. We go back downstairs, Jonah, my dad, and my mom. And a guilty-looking prince all follow. Ready, I ask. Go ahead, my mom says. I knock once, twice, 3 times. This is it. I wait, and there was no hissing or purple light. There was no swirling mirror, no Mary Rose voice. There's nothing. My mom clears her throat. Yeah, it needs to be midnight, I say. And even then the mirror doesn't always let us in. Jonah adds. Sometimes we have to try again another day. Like if we're not wearing the right clothes or we don't have the right bathing suit. Sure, kids, my dad says. Whatever you say. Look, we love that you're being imaginative. We love that you have big imaginations, but we do not appreciate being lied to, especially after we told you not to play down here at night. You promised. You broke that promise, and there will need to be serious consequences. But it really works, Jonah cries. It does. I'll try again. I was sinking feeling in my stomach. If Mary Rose wants to keep my parents in the dark, then she will. Don't bother, Jonah. I tell him. He knocks once, twice. Jonah, I say. He knocks a 3rd time. Whoosh! We hear a loud hiss, and a purple light washes over the room. It worked. It really did. Thank you, Mary Rose, for not hanging us out to dry. What is that? My mom asks, glancing around the room. The mirror begins to swirl, and my heart starts to pound. Hello, Mary Rose says within the mirror. Bonnie and Dave, please look right here. Jonah, Abby, and Prince, please look away. Oh wow. My mom and dad do as they told. You're getting very sleepy, Mary Rose tells them as the mirror twists and swirls. She's going to hypnotize them. I tear my eyes away from the mirror and look down at Prince, who is burying his head in front of my legs. When you wake up, you will not remember any of this, Mary Rose says. Her voice sounds like a lullaby. You will not remember Abby and Jonah being in the basement. You will not remember telling them not to visit the basement in midnight again. From now on, you will sleep very, very deeply at night. You will not punish Abby and Jonah. Ever? I asked, still looking away. You will not punish Abby and Jonah for anything related to being in the basement at night. You will forget that they woke you up, and now please go back upstairs, get into your bed, and when you wake up, all this will be forgotten. My parents are staring at the mirror with a glazed expression on their face. When the mirror turns yellow, you will both go upstairs. They nod. The mirror turns yellow. My parents turn around silently and go upstairs. Oh my goodness, I cry. That was the wildest thing I've ever seen. They're not going to remember any of this. Can you believe it, Jonah? I turn to Jonah and realize that he has equally glazed expression on his face. Jonah, I ask. Jonah, did you not look away? Does that mean he was hypnotized too? I tug on his arm. I knock on the mirror. Can you hear me? Mary Rose, you hypnotized Jonah by mistake. What do I do? But Mary Rose is gone. The mirror has returned to its pre-yellow, classy color. The basement is silent. Jonah is following my parents up the stairs, Fromby style. I head upstairs too, turn off the lights. My parents go into the bedroom. Jonah goes into his, with Prince trailing behind him. Jonah crawls into bed, still in his penguin costume, and closes his eyes. What just happened? I mean, I know what just happened. My whole family got hypnotized. But what does that mean for me? What does this mean for the mirror? I go into my bedroom, close the door behind me. How am I ever going to fall asleep? What do I do? I glance at the jewelry box to see what happened to the Snow Queen. Before our trip, she stood alone in the snow, looking scary. Now she's standing in front of the igloo castle with her arms around Sharon. Sharon's hair is still slick straight, but now it's silver instead of blonde. I guess Sharon broke the mirror and her powers, just like she wanted. On the igloo castle is a sign that says the Snow Palace Hospital. They opened a hospital. The Republic of Blizzard really needed one. Now they can help people who are sick or injured or heart spells. I'm so proud of them. I glanced down at the 2 loose R beads in my jewelry box. Proud of them and ashamed of me. Robin. Did I really make her take off her necklace? Did I really remove the R bead and make Frankie take off hers just because Robin tried to make new friends? Was I being no better than the Snow Queen? I untie my necklace, slip the bead back onto its proper spot. I take Frankie's R bead and slip it into the front pocket of my knapsack. Then I sit down at my desk, take out a piece of orange stationery that I got for my birthday, and write, Dear Robin, I'm so sorry. I guess I was just jealous about you and Penny. But of course you can be friends with other people, even best friends. I hope you'd still be mine. Please forgive me. FRA forever. Love, Abby. I fold the paper, place Robin's necklace inside, put them in a matching envelope. I'll give it to her as soon as I see her at school. Then, feeling lighter, I put an extra pair of socks on and crawl into bed. Good morning, Abby, Mother says, throwing open my door. Sunlight streams in through my blinds. How did you sleep? How did I sleep? How did I sleep? Does she really not remember anything? Did I hesitate? How did you sleep? Really well. I haven't slept that soundly in a long time. I feel terrific. Could I have breakfast, Mom adds. Your father's making pancakes. Jonah's already eating. Jonah! Oh my goodness, Jonah! Jonah! I yell, jumping out of bed and running down the stairs. Jonah is sitting at the kitchen table. Dad made pancakes. I see that. How are you feeling? Hungry, he says. Shoves a fork full of pancakes into his mouth. Yes, I can see that. Did you sleep well? He looks at me like I'm crazy. Yeah, why? Did you do something to my pillow or something? No, I give him a meaningful look. Did you have any good dreams or scary dreams or chilly ones? Chilly dreams? I step closer to him. Do you not remember anything? I whisper. What are you talking about? You're being really weird. He downs a glass of milk. He doesn't remember. He really doesn't remember anything from last night. Does he not remember our trips? Can I talk to you in private, please? Now? In the middle of breakfast? Yes. I grab him by the wrist and I pull him away from the table into the hallway. Do you remember Mary Rose? He blinks. Who? 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 The fairy in the magic mirror. We have a magic mirror? Cool. Is it in the bathroom mirror? No. It's not the bathroom mirror. You really don't know what I'm talking about? He shakes his head. I can pretend, though. Is this a new game? I don't know. I don't believe this. I sigh. No. Can I go finish my breakfast now? He asks hopefully. What can I do? I nod and let him go back into the kitchen. I follow him. My head is spinning. It's a cold day, my mom says, looking at the weather forecast on her phone. But sorry, kids, still no snow. That's okay, I say, shivering. I didn't really need snow this winter. Snow, Jonah echoes. Slowly, he turns his head to me. Wait, I think I had a dream about snow. I can't remember what happened. just that there was snow. You were probably thinking of our Naperville winters, Dad says with a chuckle. I feel a huge slurge of soap. Maybe Jonah does remember something about our town and the Republic of Blizzard. Maybe his memory is a magic mirror. Maybe his memory of the magic mirror will start to come back. I just need to wait and see. So that is all for that book. I hope everybody enjoyed listening to this book this week. Stay tuned. I believe in a few weeks I will start another book. Have a good rest of your night and enjoy the weekend, everybody.